Fellow traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Wednesday, May the 13th. Here's 2026. Let's talk trading. Remove your blinders. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And make sure you have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose, as Walmart would say. Protect capital. That's rule number one. Rule number two is refer to rule number one. Protect capital. So, remove your blinders. What am I talking about? In life, we're humans. A lot of times we see what we want to see. We see what we're looking to see. And we have blinders on. We don't see things that we're not looking to see. If you're, it's that old trick where they tell you to like watch the basketball and then this gorilla walks across the room and most people don't see the gorilla because they're so focused on the ball. Well, that's what happens to us in trading. Sometimes we have our blinders on because, say we've taken a short trade and then price is moving against us. All we start doing is looking for entries to get in short, even though the market could be screaming at us that we're going long, we're going up. And so, I do it a lot. And so yesterday I tried something different because, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're what? Crazy? You're insane, especially if you think you're going to get a different result. Um, and so what I did was, I think if I remember correctly, I'd gone short. And then all of a sudden, the market's like, no, we want to go long. So what I did was, I took two long trades. So I figured if the market goes long and I get two trades in, I'm going to overcome that loss and I can get out. Well, that's what happened. So it was just like, hey, you know what? That's kind of smart because I remember way back in the day, and I think this was, I don't remember if I think I was doing FOREX at the time, but this was a long time ago, back when I was still in Tucson. Um, I had multiple accounts and I had, five computers online. And so what I did was, in one account I would go long and the other account I'd go short, like right whenever I wanted to enter a trade. And that way, I figured if it went against me, I could capture it and then I could trade my way out of the loss. And that worked for a while. I did that. Um, but that's when I also realized, I go, wait a minute, this whole idea of a trailing stop, well, why can't we use a trailing stop as an entry? And I tried it and it worked. But anyway, I'm digressing. The thing about the blinders, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that you can get so set on something that you miss what's really going on. And so, yesterday, I think I showed you one of the new things I'm working on, the play by play, and it's really working out well. Um, and part of the play by play, it had a little strength calculation. How strong is the dollar? So right here, where it's showing that the dollar's weakening, and as you can see, price is going up. And so, of course, I also like to have a multimeter for just about everything, so that way I can see what's happening across the time frames, just with a quick glance. So you can see here from M30 on down, the dollar is weak. Here on H1 and H4 it's strong, but here, using the calculations. So you can say, well, you know what? Based on what I'm seeing here, especially short term, I better not um, go short because I'd be shorting the pound when the dollar is weak. That's not smart. You know, you can see here sometimes, you can get these little pullbacks and then it goes back up. So you want to wait. And that's kept me out of some trades. that when I'd want to short, it's like, nope, let's wait. And then I think I showed you my safe map the other day. And so basically all this is, it's like, what's the highest high over the last 50 bars? What's the lowest low? It's nothing really esoteric. I mean, it's kind of like using the 3-level ZZ in a way, but it's using 50 instead of 34. And I've just noticed how price likes to go from that zone back and forth. And it's just like, it makes me wait a little bit longer than normal to reverse. So see, like right here, I'd like to short, but there's just no way I'm shorting with what I'm seeing. And then what I just got finished doing was I have a little safe map percent. It's like, if it's at the bottom, it's at 0. If it's at the top, it's at 100. So you can see where price is. So, you know, we're approaching, you know, the upper quarter here. So we'll see if this number gets up to 90 something. It won't go past 100 because it'll just recalculate the range. And right here, this is the range of the time frame. So you got 66 pips on the day right now. And that's still pretty compact. But just looking at this, I just built this and I've already taken one trade off of it. I put a couple of shorts on. I think it was probably here because I was actually using M1. And one of the things I did this morning on the play-by-play was I said, it'd be nice if you could click a button and look at the different play-by-plays across the time frames to see if they're matching. So you can see here, we didn't get a week. Well, that says that's weakening. And then on the daily, weakening. And that's interesting. Might have to change something here. That says -5. That says -7. I'll have to take a look and make sure that's doing what I think it's doing. So one of the things that you have to focus on is to not be so fixed in what you're looking for. You have to take a step or two back and go, what is it I see? I mean, it's like so many times I'll ask people, it's like, tell me what you see. And they'll start talking about supply, demand, support, resistance. I go, no, you got some black rectangles with lines and you've got some white rectangles with lines. And it's like, because they're so fixed in interpreting as opposed to just seeing. And that's where we go wrong. Our interpretations of what we're seeing. And, to go a little bit deeper, you see, when you're looking for something, then you're going to interpret things that way. I mean, it's kind of like, you ever watch any of those cop shows where, they think one guy's the bad guy. And so everything they do, they interpret it, but they're wrong because it's really somebody else is the bad guy. Well, that's what we do to ourselves when we're trading. In that, we interpret everything to prove what we want to prove. So if we want to say, I said I wanted to go short. Oh, wow, this is proven that, should go short. But you have to be careful because, see here, if I were to take this short, if I had taken this short, actually, I would have been short here or short here because it opened below the previous middle. As soon as it dropped down, I'd take my 2 pips. Why? Because what's this telling me? It's telling me the dollar is weak, but I'm trading the pound. So when the dollar is weak, the pound goes up. And the other thing is, in these short term, it can change, just based on a couple of pips. But on the longer terms, it takes it a little bit longer to change so you can get a better idea really what's going on here. So, that's just part of, being blind or having your blinders on to what's happening in the market. Because once again, you can look at this, 1 minute, and a lot of people go, oh, that's just noise. Anything under an hour is noise. Somebody else, anything under a day is noise. It just depends on your perspective. Where traders like Walmart and myself, it's like noise. No, this is our bread and butter. This is what we do. Because we want to be in, out, and done, and then get on with our day. In fact, the reason I'm making this video so late because I've been in a coding binge the past few weeks. Just ideas are coming, and I've got so many indicators I've written this year. Now I'm going to have to get them all documented. Some of them I've been using AI. Some of them I've been just doing like I've normally done. But I'm telling you, the AI can really help you crank out stuff quick. But you have to really know what to tell it to make it work properly. So what I'm looking at right now, if you were to, do that trend line thing, this looks like a pullback to me. But you saw here that strength just weakened. I saw -5. And so right here, -5, broad weakening still. Now -3. And so this comes out right at the beginning of the candle. So that's one of the reasons why I did that, because if you have it on M15, you really might want to look at what it's saying on M1, because it's going to take to the end of this M15 candle, and a lot can happen. You've got 10 minutes. A lot can happen. So I'd rather have it go play by play every minute. But other people like to look at things differently. So that's why when I do indicators, I try to make everything as flexible as possible. If you can make it an input, make it an input. So that way you don't have to go in and hard code, change code. Something I learned a long time, decades ago. I was really lucky in my life as a programmer to learn that so soon. So you can see here, we just hit right at the midpoint between those ranges. And notice I don't have any lines on this chart, the guy that talks about horizontal lines. Well, you know what? Sometimes those lines can blind you too, because, oh, it's at the 25 psychological. It has to do this or it must do that. It's like, well, what's it doing? Not what must it do, but what is it doing? And that's part of, taking the blinders off, is asking different questions. As Tony Robbins says, you want better answers, ask better questions. And in fact, there's that one guy who's still bugging me for indicators. I keep telling him, it's like, forget indicators, learn how to trade. He's like asking me for some more indicators today. It's just like, you can go out to Crestlick, you can download the mother load. I don't know how many hundreds of indicators are in there. You can spend all day, all month, all year messing with indicators, but you need to learn how to trade. And, and part of trading has nothing to do with charts. That's why we talk about risk management every day, because it's so important. You blow that, you don't get to trade tomorrow. You might not get to trade the rest of the day. You can watch your account go up in smoke. So, fellow traders, if you have any questions, let me know. Hey, let me know if you have a blind spot and that just clicked in. I like some feedback. And as always, fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.